Learn the warning signs and how to talk to your children about addiction.
It's 21 for a reason. Brought to you by CIRAC and funded in partnership with SAMHSA. Find out more at CIRACCT.org.
Your community radio.
Live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Rich Wasowik in the morning. And 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
You know, I got to thinking how that says live from Main Street. And I'm thinking, we moved. Oh, we're still on Main Street. Yeah. Didn't you just yell at me for whispering?
I did.
Because your dog is going crazy over there.
Oh, no, he's laying down.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
So Victoria brought one of her corgis today.
Yes.
And he's just taking a little respite. He's tired from the move.
Nope.
Open
the door.
You got to show everybody your corgi.
You in the door.
Huh?
Doodle.
His name's not even Doodle, by the way. There's.
There.
There.
Isn't that Rocky?
Is it Doodle or is it Rocky?
Well, his name is Rocky Doodle.
Rocky Doodle. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so cute. Look at that.
I call him Doodle.
He
He's a mama's
just
boy.
looked at you like, what am I doing here?
He's mommy's boy. Okay, get down, fatty. He's got his winter fluff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the end of winter, he'll be like 28 pounds. And then the summer, he drops down to like 25.
Really? See,
Yeah.
now my Shih Tzus
He gets fat.
are not even as big as Rocky, and they're like 22 pounds.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that happens.
He's a little chunky.
Right, but I would
now.
have thought he was more like 35 pounds.
No.
No?
Mm.
No.
Doodle.
Scott Fryer says, Poppers.
Poppers.
And Kathy says, he's adorbs. Adorable.
Yeah.
Don't they just say totes adorbs these days? Is that like a thing?
I think that's old.
Totes adorbs.
I think that's old. I think that's like pretty old.
So I went on the rampage. I've been on the rampage lately when it comes to internet connectivity.
Oh my.
So you see it all the time. I don't know if they do it in your town as far as social media is concerned, but they do it here all the time. They absolutely bash whoever the internet provider is.
Well, we have BreezeLine.
But I mean, it's not just BreezeLine. It's Frontier and whoever, 2 tin cans and a string company.
Right.
They just bash them. Bash.
Well, they're horrible.
Huh?
I have BreezeLine. They're horrible.
Oh.
Ooh.
So I've had BreezeLine since 2015 up the road. And I came here and all of a sudden my package got changed. And I'm like, huh? What? So all of a sudden now I'm paying $50 more. For what?
Yeah.
So I'm on the phone with a rep. Oh my God, this has gone back and forth so many times where, anyway, I'll get to it. It just back and forth, one person telling me this, one person telling me that, to the point where it's like, come on, just make up your mind. What are you going to do? Yeah, we're going to do this. Oh, no, we're not going to do that. The next person, we're going to do this. Next person, oh, no, we're going to do this. We're not going to. Whatever. So I talked to a rep yesterday. Yeah, you can't go back. I'm like, whoa, you can't do it, or you won't do it. It's a big difference here. No, I can't. I don't. I said, well, who can? Well, nobody can. I said, that's not true. I said, don't say nobody. I mean, when I used to work for Verizon Wireless, and and I worked in a retention team for a while. There's nothing you can't do.
Right.
It's like the plan may be available right in front of you and everything, but there is no reason why you can't go into the native billing system and just pull it right back out again.
Right.
There's it's true. Whenever somebody says, well, we can't do that, it's not that they can't, it's because they won't.
Right.
So
I found BreezeLine very difficult to work with. Forget sitting on hold for an hour and a half before you talk to someone.
Well, I got to be honest. Yesterday, when I called and got a customer service rep. I was within 30
Really?
seconds. Oh yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
How'd you do that? Oh, because it's a commercial account.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That might be it. I don't know.
Because
but
every time I've called, it's like over an hour.
um,
The last time it was like
call
an
the
hour.
business line.
It was an hour and 15 minutes the last time, and I had a problem. So then I'm like, well, while I have you on the phone, so I started
Call it-
listing off
yeah.
all my and
Call business services. It's
I
not like
was
they're gonna
like,
tell you no,
you
we can't
know,
help you.
I said, I see all these things like, oh, new customers, like it's this cheap. I said, well, I've been with you. Like, I have
Yeah.
no other choice. He's like, oh, let me look at your plan. And he starts laughing. I'm like, why, what?
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, yeah, you've been a customer for a long time and you've been on this plan. And now we have this plan and it's faster and it's half the
Yeah,
price, but you've been paying the full price. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's really
Yeah,
funny.
thanks. Yeah.
That's really funny, jerk.
Well, so then they started. The rep yesterday was telling me, that well, but you can get. See, I'm on right now. I'm on a plan of 100 over 20. What's it? I don't know. 20 download, 20. 100 download, 20 up. I don't know. I don't know which one is what. But it's 100 over 20. So basically, the way I look at it as a consumer is I went 50 feet down the road to a new building and I'm paying $50 more.
Right.
For the same thing.
Right.
Because it doesn't match up with their coding. I don't give a shit about their coding, to be honest with you.
Right. Except
I care about what
Except-
what my check is every
Right.
single month that I'm paying you.
Yeah.
So they don't see it that way. At least
No.
the customer service reps. And you gotta give customer service reps a break because they truly only have access to certain things. And even their supervisors. And I know this from working in this
Right.
type of environment for a while, for quite some time. They only have access to certain things. So that's when I said to the rep that I was talking to yesterday, I said, who is your supervisor's supervisor? Because, that's when you might get into somebody that can actually help you,
Right.
Instead of pacify you. Big difference. What's the matter, Rocky?
He's going over there to check your little wood chips out.
So, and the other thing is too is what's the matter?
No.
You gave me that look.
I was gonna,
did he poop?
No.
What? Oh,
no.
all right.
God, no, this dog won't. No.
I don't know.
You could leave him in the house for like 24 hours and he would not because that would just break his heart.
Really?
Yeah.
I've soiled my home.
Yeah, he would never. Never.
Howie and Henry are like, yeah, what of it?
I know some of my girls are like, yeah, no, you're not looking. I'll go pee in the corner.
You'll smell this for days and you'll never know where
You'll
it
never
was.
know where it was.
No.
Yeah.
But I got when I was up there, and I gotta be honest. I mean, the service I got was fine. I mean, it was sufficient. The speeds I got were fine for what I was doing, right? So now I get here, and now they want to give me 600 over 40. They say, well, we can give you the 600 over 40 for what you're paying right now, as long as you sign a new 3-year agreement.
No.
And I'm like, whoa. I said, so you want to give me something I don't need or don't want because you're trying to justify what you're paying me because you don't want me to go back to, or you don't want to put me down to the $135 plan that I was paying. But come on.
If you ever want the best customer service, you have to call Chewy. Have you ever used Chewy?
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah.
So they are just the best. The other night, I had called because they forgot to put dog toys in their box. So I called. It was like 8:30 at night. I got this girl. She lives in Arizona.
They probably sent you a Ferrari.
Her name was Christy. She was so awesome. Like, I can't even tell you. We ended up talking on the phone for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
About, I don't know.
Sure.
She was fantastic. They are the best. And they pick up quick. I like that. You pick up quick. Sure. Even if you pick up and go, can you hold a minute? Like, I want to hear a human.
Right. And you know what? I hate. Hello, please hold. I hate that. You know, really, hi, can you hold on just for 1 minute? I'll
Yeah.
get right to you. Boom. That took 2 extra seconds.
Right.
And it's much warmer,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
You know what company I never hear a problem for, you know, or that has apparently, when you don't hear something negative about a company, you're thinking, oh, they must have pretty good
Right.
customer service because nobody really talks about the good.
Right.
You know, they talk about the crap.
Right.
T-Mobile.
I've never had any experience.
Neither have I.
Right.
But I have, working in the cell phone industry for as long as I did. Never. I mean, it was always, well, I actually heard a lot of good things about T-Mobile's customer service because they were the little engine that could.
Right.
You know, and they wanted to.
I have AT&T and they're pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
I have to say, we had Sprint before and I had a good Sprint guy. So like he told me about the retention department, like my price is lowered and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, AT&T is pretty good. I
think there's more good than there are bad. I
Yeah.
think the bad gets accentuated.
Well, because
lot.
like Breeze Light, I mean, they're really bad. Like for the average.
Well, hold on. What are they bad
average-
about? See, now their service I get. I mean, as far as the product itself is, I think is excellent.
See,
I don't ever have a problem with that.
See, where we live, it's not. There's a lot of issues with, I don't know. It's probably maintenance. It's probably wires that have been there for forever that I don't know what it is. People are always complaining about losing service.
Oh, you mean out in Sterling?
Yeah.
Well,
don't you say anything about Sterling. I'll smack you. I'll let my dog shit on your rug.
Well, I mean, there's nothing but sticks. I mean, how can you send that?
That's not true.
How can you send wireless signal for sticks?
3,700 households in the town of Sterling.
That is a lie.
No, it's not.
Lies.
It's not.
There's no way there's 3,700 people in Sterling or households.
There's households. Yeah. Actually, it's a little bit more than that now.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Half of them are horses.
No. No.
You're counting horses
there
as
actually
residents.
aren't that many horses considering the size of the town.
Here's my neighbor Nellie. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Wilbur and Charlotte.
No, right now there's goats loose. Everybody's goats are getting out.
Huh?
Everybody's goats are getting out and they take off in the woods and they can't find them.
That's a problem.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see. So let's get back into the who doesn't like customer service because there's a lot of that.
Oh.
There's a lot of that. And I hate to say it, but to get good customer service, you got to be a good customer.
Yes.
You got to be a better customer. You really do. If you're going to sit there and complain and yell, well, you're not going to get anything.
Well, the girl from Chewy said, she goes, oh, I enjoyed talking to you so much. She goes, you know, a lot of times people call me cussing and screaming. And I'm like, how bad could your Chewy order be that you're going to cuss that? Like somebody answers the phone out. If you have a problem, they fix it. And the next day you have the right thing. Like they're so good. I just don't even know how you could.
Hello. I have a problem. My dog tells me that this Iam's new food is not new and improved.
Right.
It's not new and improved. It's not extra flavorful.
And Chewy would say, well, thank you. Here, donate it to a shelter and we'll send you something else. They're like that good. I just don't understand how people can be jerks to the people.
Because they can. Let's see. Scott says, DirecTV, AT&T is the absolute worst customer service in the history of recorded time.
Oh my goodness, really? Try being nicer, Scott.
Jerk. That's what it is.
I have no problem with AT&T.
Huh?
I have no problem with AT&T.
That's what it is. Let's see. All carriers are getting worse and worse. Now we're talking cell phones for service in the commercial areas of Groton, Grizzled, and Lisbon. I can tell you right now, the Verizon wireless signal is awful.
Yeah.
It used to be really, really good, and now it's just terrible. It's unreliable. And for the first time, and I've had Verizon for 19 years. Serious.
Yeah.
And before that, I had Sprint.
Yep.
But I have had Verizon for 19 years, and this is the first time I'm actually thinking, I was saying, you know what, maybe there is something better out there, because their service is horrible lately. I mean, on the highways, it's unreliable. It's just bad. Scott says, just so you know, Victoria, that did you know that the toothbrush was invented in Sterling?
It was?
Yeah.
No, but I know the guy that Dow Jones. Dow was from Sterling.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Well, Scott goes on to say, well, if it had been invented anywhere else, it would have been called a teeth brush. He goes, I'll see myself out.
Oh, boy. Scott's on a roll.
Oh, like butter. It's like butter. Oh, good morning, Vicky. Not you.
You should have seen the other day when you said something about Vicky, and my husband was home it was the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I thought I was talking to you.
His eyes got huge, and he looked at me to see what my reaction was going to be, and I was reading, so I knew you were talking to her. I'm like, don't worry, it's not me. Yeah, he knows.
Let's see here. Cindy. Verizon is horrible. I have to make sure I activate my gas app deal before I leave my house. Wow. Because I can't log in at the gas station 3 blocks away.
Wow.
It's very bad. And I don't know if it's because of their switch from 4G to 5G, and there's some connectivity problems there. But you know what? There used to be, you could go to Lisbon because there was that big tower up on Mel Road, right?
Right, yeah.
Now you sit in a Walmart parking lot and forget it. You can't even make a phone call or text message. That's how bad it is. It's awful. And Shayna says, good morning, Victoria. And Mike.
Shayna.
So getting back to BreezeLine, I think a lot of times as consumers, we feel that we are owed a certain product because of the money that we pay. But what are we really owed? You know what I mean?
Well,
and I know I'm looking at it from both sides because I've been on both sides of the nickel.
But if they're saying, I know with BreezeLine, one of our issues has always been the speed.
Yeah.
If you're saying you're selling me this speed and I'm not getting that speed, I'm getting a lesser speed, then there's a problem. Fix it.
But I have not had a problem with that.
Well, see, yours is different. But
not
you
really.
Know, you would think,
Even
you
at
would
home,
think, though, if you from right over there to move here, like, you're a business. They want to keep your business. Just give you the damn plan that you had over there.
So look, I'm doing
the big deal?
I'm doing a speed test right now, right? And I got 100/20, and it's give or take, because there are different things that. So I'm at 92, and my upload right now is 19.6. So do I feel like I'm getting what I'm paying for? Yeah. Well, I feel like I'm getting the plan that they are offering me. For $50 more than I was paying at the other building.
Right. That doesn't make sense.
Right. But what I'm saying is that the internet speed that I'm getting is as advertised. Right. What I'm supposed to get. It's going to be up and down a little bit. Yeah, that's just the nature of the product. Just like, in cloudy days, you may have worse service on your cell phone than you would on sunny days.
Yes.
So anyway. Good. Yeah. So, I'm not dissatisfied with that. I think we as consumers, we are dissatisfied, not so much with the product, but the way the product is presented to us. And we feel that the value is not there, that and that's customer service. They have to reassure you of the value. And when there's a disconnect between you and customer service,
Right.
it's because you're not getting, or you don't feel you're getting the value that they are trying to tell you that you are.
Well, it's like if you have a service and then you'll see an advertisement for new customers, they can get it at half the price. Well, why can't you do something for your old customers?
So that's funny you say that. When I worked for Verizon, now they would change plans once a year.
Right.
Sometimes more. They would come up with new offerings. So that would mean that there were plans that were grandfathered.
Right.
So this is where the disconnect is with me with customer service issues now. I was told that the plan that I had up the street is no longer available.
Yeah.
So if it's no longer available, how are you billing me for something that's no longer available?
Right.
So they call that a grandfather plan, right?
Yeah.
So my grandfather didn't die because I moved 50 yards down the street.
No.
Why not just give it back? Oh, because it's not available anymore. No, it's not. That's full of crap. That's where the disconnect comes in with customer service, because they as a business, they want you to spend more money. So they create more plans. Like, think of your cell phone bill.
Right.
When it first came out, what were we paying for a family plan?
Oh.
$79.99.
Yeah.
Right. What are you paying now?
Choose something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not going to survive unless their revenue gains go up.
Yeah.
So they have to have products that will get them there. Same thing with this. Well, you need 600 over 40. No, I don't.
Well, AT&T, I just upgraded my phone and Parker's. Oh, and Colby's. So they had a deal on the newest iPhone. Was it $5 a month for the payment on the phone? That's fine.
Yeah.
So the guy, luckily, I did it through, I think, the AT&T app on my phone, and they have a chat, and you type back and forth, and you can download the transcript. Well, I didn't even realize I was downloading the transcript. I'm like, oh, what is this? I'm like poking my phone. So the man who lives in a different country told me that they had this cool new thing. It's called eSIM, and I could do it on the phones. And what it does is it gives you a second phone number.
Okay.
And I thought, oh, that'd be really good to use. I could use that for my, a second number for my business and have my own personal number, keep it that way. So I said, oh, okay. I said, so do I get charged for another line of service? Well, no. Are you sure? So if I activate that phone number, that's not another line of service.
Right.
No. And he typed it. So we get 3 phones. All 3 phones have the SIM thing on. I get the phone bill. I'm now getting, what is it? Charged for 8 lines. Like, wait, we only have 4 phones. There's no way it's 8 lines. Like, what? I called, come to find out that eSIM thing.
Yeah.
You get charged.
Sure, of course.
Duh. And I said to the guy that I was on the phone with, because I called, and I said, listen, I have the transcript right here. I told him the day and the time. He's like, oh, there must have been a miscommunication. I'm
disconnect.
Like, no, I asked. I said, you can see, I asked 4 times in a row. And I asked it in different ways, and he kept saying no. So watch out for that eSIM. Don't fall for it.
Well, there was this one thing that Verizon had that was the biggest. Well, all right, I'm going to explain it to you, and you tell me, okay? So we're going to go back to the days of the old family plans, right? 2 lines, right?
Yep.
$60 for the first line, $9.99 for each line.
Additional line.
Exactly, right?
I
All right.
that.
So now let's say, you got Fred and Ethel that have 2 lines,
Yep.
right? So they're paying $69.99. They get 700 minutes.
I remember those days.
Now they get a flyer in the mail saying, you know what? You get 100 bonus minutes for the next 60 days.
Yep.
Okay. Is that your dog yakking over there?
No, he was gonna bark because
Oh,
he
okay.
hears movement downstairs. He's letting us know.
Oh, okay.
He's a very good watchdog. He's a
Safety.
tattletale.
He's a tattletale.
He's a tattletale.
So you get 100 bonus minutes for the next 2 months, right? So what does that? So and all you got to do is call to activate it. So what does that tell you, Victoria, as a customer?
Call and activate it.
Okay.
Get extra minutes.
Right. Cool, right?
200 on top of my 700.
Okay.
That'd be 900.
Okay. That's what you think, right?
Right.
Okay. So you call them and us, and next thing you know, it's like, oh, I'd like to get my free bonus minutes. Okay. You put the code on there. Boom. Next month, people call. Why am I getting billed for minutes?
Yeah.
We've only used 725 minutes. I have 100 bonus minutes for 2 months. First of all, it's not 200 minutes. It's 100 bonus minutes for 2 months. It's not 100 bonus minutes per month extra.
So it's only 50?
Just 100. You get 100 for the 60 days over 2 bill cycles.
Oh.
And ready for this one.
Oh.
The 100 bonus minutes only apply to the primary line.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold up. So if you have 700 minutes on your plan and the primary line used 500 and then the secondary line used 250, that's how many minutes? 750, right?
Yeah.
Guess how many of those bonus minutes you get to use?
Only the primary line gets to use them.
0.
Oh.
Because the primary line didn't go over 700.
Didn't go over the 700 thing. Yeah.
So we would get calls all the time.
Well, that's
why am I getting billed? And we would end up crediting them. Well, I did. I just said here,
back in the day. Remember,
such
like
a screw job.
If there were games on your phone, it was through a third party.
They still are.
Well, so back in the day, I would let Parker play with my phone because it would keep him quiet, driving in the car, whatever. And it was when they first came out with games.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a bill 1 month for $798 for games and things he was buying in games. And Sprint was like, sorry, we can't do anything because it's not us. It's this third party.
We only get residuals, but sorry.
Oh my God. My bill was so I blocked all that on my phone. That was the point. I blocked everything like that. Well, several years later, all of a sudden somebody had filed a lawsuit against them because you can't just do that. Like, you have to warn people you're about to be charged for this. I ended up getting most of that money back through one of those class action lawsuits.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, years later, but I had to pay those bills.
I can't really speak to, other, wireless phone companies, what they did, but it was a huge issue at the beginning, text messaging.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, and there was nothing that really said, it was like kind of, buried deep, that it was like, it was 20 cents to send, 20 cents to receive.
Oh.
Or no, 10 and 10. No, it was 20 and 20.
Wow.
Or 25.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, this was before they had any kind of text messaging bundles.
Right.
So then they came out with a text message bundle, which they thought would, people would eat it up, right? It's 250 text messages for $5 a month. Well, if you take 250 times 25, what's that? How much is that? $40? $5. You're covered, right?
Yep.
But then you pay 10 cents for everything over 250. What they don't tell you is that if you send a message, that's 1. If you receive a message, that's 2.
Right.
So you're paying coming and going, while the other carrier is paying coming and going. If you had 2 Verizon phones, they're doubling up.
Right. We had
people would call, literally, I'm not even kidding, Victoria, $8,000 bills.
Oh yeah. Oh, back then, oh my gosh, some
Crazy.
months my bills were really bad, but we had the button, the Sprint, the chirpy phones.
Yeah. Well, they were Nextel,
Nextel.
but then Sprint, which was a big mistake for Sprint.
Yeah. So my mother,
We call them Sprextel.
my mother didn't have a phone, so she was older. She was by herself. She needed to have a cell phone. She didn't want one. So we got her one for Christmas. We put her on our plan, and we got her one of those. I'd be in the grocery store. Victoria, answer your mother. Why aren't you in? She'd be like screeching at me on this phone. Oh, it was the worst thing we ever did. Was giving her one of those. Just random.
Yeah.
What are you doing? How much sugar do I put in this? Like, just if she wouldn't go, hey, can you talk?
Yeah.
Or
no.
Chirp through and see if she gets an answer. Oh no.
Verizon
She
even
was
tried
horrible.
that. They even tried that. They even had a push to talk service. Never caught on with Verizon at all. Never caught on. And it never really, I mean, they kind of went away. I still to this day don't understand the merger between Nextel and Sprint.
Yeah, I don't either.
But whatever. Maybe it was just we need these services, but I guess there wasn't a lot of foresight in what was going to be happening in the wireless industry.
Right.
So then data came out. Whoa. I don't need data. What am I talking about? I don't do this on my phone. Are you crazy? Yes, you do.
Yeah.
No, I do not. I'm looking at your plan, sir. You do.
Yeah.
I do not. You use 4 gigs last month, sir.
Watching porn.
Yeah. You were discreetly billed for $5.99. But yeah. So people, I didn't, I'm never going to use data. But these are the same people that said I'm never going to text message.
Right. Yeah.
Data was nothing more than this generation's text messaging.
Yeah, it's amazing what a difference in the phones since we started with them.
Yeah. And then they say you get unlimited data now. You don't get unlimited data. You do, but you don't. You get up to a certain plateau, and then they throttle you down.
See, I just got out of that. AT&T just, when we got these phones, I changed our plan.
Yeah.
And we don't get throttled down anymore.
Well, we don't either, but coffee's not helping me this morning.
I didn't have any. I had one.
I would have gotten you a coffee.
I know. Well,
why don't you tell me these things? Just text me, Mike, I need a coffee. Okay.
Because I don't have your freaking phone number.
That never stopped you from sending me a message through Facebook.
Yeah, but you don't respond a lot of times. And you don't look at the Facebook messages, or you look at them and you ignore them. I don't like.
No, you know what I think happens?
I don't like being ignored,
No, you know what I think?
Can we get something clear here?
You don't want to see me angry.
You don't want to make me whisper.
No, you know what I think happens? I think if you have, for some reason, the app open at all, it says that you see it. Because I don't see it. Why would I not? Why would I just ignore you? Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense at all.
I don't know. It doesn't, does it?
No. Why the hell would I do that?
Let's see.
So anyway, yeah, they would throttle you down to 600 megabits per second, which is like you don't want to use it at all. Well, you get unlimited data. Well, yeah. Here's a trick, and I don't know why people haven't done this more. Everybody has a phone or a device, or have had a device, and maybe even one kicking around the house that they don't even use anymore.
Yeah.
But now everybody trades them in, there's a reason for this. I'll tell you what it is. So companies take trades, right? I can go in, I can trade this device in for my next one up, right? So I can go ahead and trade it in. What do you think they do with it? They polish it up, clean out the ports a little bit with a wire brush. Yeah, that's what they do.
Right.
If it's got a broken screen, they'll fix the screen. And then they'll use what they call a cleaner, CLNR, certified like new replacement. So let's send those out. I got a problem with my phone. We'll send you a certified like new replacement. Okay. That's because some jamoke looked at it and said, yep, that looks good to me. And they'll send it out. That's one reason they take their refurbs. The other reason is they do not want you to have extra devices in the house. Do you know why?
Well, because you can use your Wi-Fi.
Yeah. What about
You can still use your phone.
What about going to get like a hotspot? I mean, one of those standalone hotspots, right? $25 a month, right? You get tons of data on those. You can hook up 15, 20 devices at once.
Right.
Why not have that in your car? Get yourself a Google Voice number.
Right.
On a phone. Now you've got internet. Everybody's got internet.
Right.
For $25 a month. And you all get devices that, and you have a phone number because it's with Google.
Right.
They don't want you to do that.
Oh, no.
So if you really want to screw the pooch. Sorry, Rocky.
He's out.
He's out. He's taking a nap. A little respite. They don't want you to do that. Because that will take, 10 times their revenue. And I don't know why people haven't figured that one out yet. Because, everybody can keep their iPhones.
We have some extra
disconnect
phones.
service. Oh,
and we let Elizabeth use them in the house. She plays games on them.
Mhm.
She has games on them and stuff. And as long as there's Wi-Fi, she can use it. And
Sure.
she thinks she has a phone, and she's happy.
Well, you discovered that too with iPods.
Yeah.
The iPod touches.
Yep.
That worked on Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Mm.
Just what is an iPhone? It's an iPod touch with a phone.
Right. Right.
That's all that it is. But they have really expanded since then. But that's one of the reasons why, because they know there are workarounds for things they don't want you to work around them.
Right.
This is why they push the devices of used devices up so high. So it's just as palatable to go to a store and get a new phone and get into a contract or pay a monthly rate. So, Shannon, you never thought of that?
New ideas.
Yeah. It's one of those things. All right. So we've beaten the hell out of customer service today, and it's a thankless job. It really is, because there were days that I didn't want to answer the phone because I'm like, someone's just going to scream at me about something. Especially if things are trending, like,
I wouldn't be
like
good at
Verizon
that.
came out with a crap thing, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. It was one of those things that, well, had to be done. Had to be done. So, customer service is a tough gig, man.
Yeah.
But to get good customer service, you still got to be a better customer.
Definitely. And I think a lot of people forget that.
Yeah, and just as because we can all complain about, oh, this service sucks, or this sucks, or this sucks, or whatever. But if you sit there and you yell and complain, and at somebody that really has nothing to do with it,
I felt bad the other day. There was a boy working at Dunkin', and there was a lady in front of me, and she was giving him a really hard time. And he was young, probably his first job.
Yeah.
He was so frazzled by the time I got up there, and all I was getting was a iced tea refresher thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt so bad for him. And I had a $10 bill. And so I handed him the 10. And he said, "Oh, 1 second, I'll get you change." I said, "You know what? Keep it.
You earned it from the last person.
Keep it. You're having a rough
I've done
day."
that
And,
too, yeah.
I thought he was going to cry when I gave it to him. He was like,
And sometimes
there was no reason to be a jerk to him.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Sometimes it's not even about the money itself. It's somebody was kind enough to recognize.
I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that happens everywhere because people suck. I mean,
Yeah,
they
they
will.
do.
They'll go out and yell at people for no reason because.
Oh, now you're saying people suck? When I say it, I'm wrong.
When did I ever tell you that?
Oh, when I said
Oh, you're talking
too
about being too
peoply.
people-y. That's
It is.
That's
People
different.
people are jerks nowadays.
No, I'm talking about customer service situation.
I know, but still, that you get a bunch of
You
people
know what
together.
taught me? You know what taught me to be a better customer? Me. You know why? Because I'm not kidding you. Nobody wanted to go when I was in my 30s, early 30s. Nobody wanted to go out to eat with me. Nobody. You want to know why? Because all I did was complain. I did. Well, this wasn't good enough, or this wasn't good enough. And I'm not kidding you. One day I'm like, Jesus, I'm being a jerk. And I completely stopped. I did. I realized.
See, I waitressed in school, so I've always been good about.
I think if you
being
work in
a
the
good
customer
customer.
service industry or hospitality or whatever, that's when you get it. Until then, you don't get it.
But if I get crappy service, like legitimately crappy service, like the waitress sucks, I won't be as generous tipping.
Okay. Well, maybe it wasn't her fault or his fault.
Well,
maybe it was the cook's fault. Maybe it was
no. Like we had one a few weeks ago that, I mean, I understand. Well, no, I don't understand. I'm gonna say I do not understand this supply chain COVID excuse for every freaking thing in the world nowadays. But the kitchen was slow. That's fine. So as our waitress come by and say, "Hey, kitchen's a little slow. Can I get you another drink?" We'd sit there and drink, and we wouldn't even notice the kitchen was slow. If we had a cocktail in front of us and a little basket of popcorn, we'd be fine. But you seat us, you disappear, you come, take our order, bring us a drink, and you're gone. Never see you again. That's a you issue. That's not your supply chain. That's not COVID. That's not your chef. That's you.
Nobody wants to take responsibility.
No.
Is anybody else in the room here? I mean, it's
No, it's just
I mean,
you and me.
God bless Shayna because she's
You, me, and Rocky.
Right.
And Shayna.
Yeah, Shayna is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The last 8 comments have all been Shayna, which I mean, I appreciate you, Shayna. Where the hell is everybody else? Did we put them to sleep?
I think so.
Did we put everybody to sleep? Shayna, what did we do to people today? Have we been complaining too much?
I don't think we did.
I don't know.
You're like ready for a nap.
No, I was up late last night.
Yeah, I know, because I woke up to all these notifications that 80s wants you to listen to them.
I didn't send you anything.
Yeah, you did on TikTok.
No, I know, but that must have been an automated thing because I didn't.
Because I had a bunch of messages and I'm like, I was sleeping.
It was
I go to bed early. I go to bed early
last night.
I go to bed early. I'm old.
No, you know what happened?
I have to get up early.
Yeah, blah, blah.
So I can be here on time. So I don't get yelled at. My volunteer position that I get yelled at if I'm late. Hell?
Damn you.
Hell?
God, now you're gonna make me. I just tell people how I was self-aware about my customer service, realization being crappy and now you're telling everybody that I'm mean to you, because the volunteer.
The volunteer that drives 35 minutes to get here.
And then I just made everybody else feel guilty, I guess.
Vicky, now they're back in the room.
Yeah, no, they were always there.
Are you saying something?
Vicky says, same here. Will tip if very good service. But you can tell if a good server is or not, like Victoria just said. Tim says, we're here just multitasking. And Laura, hey, good morning, Laura. Same, just multitasking. I don't understand the whole multitasking thing. I can't multitask very good.
That's because you're a man. Men aren't as good at it as women. Sorry. It's true.
We're not good as whatever. I'm not going to go there. Vicky says, we'll try nice approach first, then move on from there if needed.
Exactly.
Tim goes, about multitasking. What? I can't. I'm not good at multitasking. I'm really not. Honest to goodness. I mean, I can't even if I'm thinking of something and talking about something else, then I start to stutter. And
I know.
you can always.
We know.
Laura says my husband and I always tip 20% unless it's really horrible service. Even then, we tip 15, but we'll make sure we talk to someone about any issues that we had. Sometimes, I don't know. I just feel like if I tip somebody 20%, so let's say it's a $10 bill, right? $2. To me, $2 is so I'll go to 3. I will tip more.
Oh, I do.
Just because, and I'm not saying that for a pat on the back. I'm saying because I'm like, would I want $2 or would I want 3? Yeah, that was worth 3. Yeah, so I did that. So, and I think a lot of people do that too.
Yeah.
They beef up their tip because it's like, if somebody, if you buy something, it's a cup of coffee, right?
Right.
So what do you get? 40 cents?
Yeah.
Well, it adds up. Well, yeah, it does. But you got to get a lot of $2 sales.
Yeah.
True. Always tip. Still provided some sort of service. That's what Vicky says, which is true. You're getting something.
Right.
And I feel bad for servers because, number one, if you don't tip, they don't really get a decent paycheck.
Right.
And number two, restaurants, and I don't know why this is actually legal, but it is. And I don't know why, because of tipping. So let's screw people. They don't have to pay.
Oh no, it's a lot different.
There's a different rate.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
It's because they get tips.
I get that. Why can't they
tips?
Okay. You know what? I don't get tips. But if I got tips here from doing a broadcast, does that mean that I would have to make less money?
That's why, so what I'll do, if we're using, obviously, most of the time I use my card, when we go out, I'll leave a cash tip because then that waitress can take that tip and put it in her pocket. She doesn't have to report it.
I think there are things that are, well, I guess there's no really way to kind of track that, and I hope I can't.
But credit cards, if you pay with your credit card, it all goes through the system, and I think they get a little more if you give them a little cash.
Got it. They don't have to pay taxes on it.
Yeah.
So again, you're Victoria's news and views on how to screw the pooch.
Oh, nice. No, I think they work hard for their money.
You're looking to get MPOX.
Huh?
That's what it is. You want MPOX, don't you?
Oh, stop.
MPOX.
Stop.
Formerly known as monkeypox.
I think that's the most ridiculous thing in the whole wide world.
They have changed it.
I thought we were over it.
Yeah.
It was going to be this mass pandemic, and it's gone. Nobody's talking about it. I thought they were changing the name of it. No, they changed the name of it because, remember, it was offensive. You couldn't call it monkeypox.
Well, that's why. Because of that same reason. They're changing the name to MPOX.
But it's not even a thing. Nobody has
I know,
MPOX.
but I'm not even talking about the disease itself. I'm talking about the name.
Stupid.
MPOX.
That's all right. I was laughing the other day.
Sounds like a bad series on Fox.
I think that
MPOX.
whole Aunt Jemima thing backfired for the milling company, because now their commercials are like whatever milling company is. Same great taste as Aunt Jemima.
Yeah.
They've added it and they put Aunt Jemima now on. So you defeated the purpose of your whole wokeness.
I don't know. I think it's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just stupid.
Oh, stupid.
Stupid.
That's right.
All right. So today is Tuesday, November 29th. Yesterday was Cyber Monday. What is today? Anything?
Tuesday.
Just Tuesday. Okay.
It's Radio Tuesday.
Let's see here. I don't care what anybody says, and everybody knows this. But if you type something on your phone or you say something that goes over, the internet, you're gonna see ads.
Oh
that
gosh,
thing,
yes,
right?
yeah.
So I just went to a website. What do you think the very first ad I saw?
Something to control monkeypox. Aunt Jemima.
Chewy.
Chewy. Oh, really?
All of a sudden,
it's Chewy.
Yeah.
Doodle.
All right. So
Chewy
today,
boxes are here.
huh?
Where's the Chewy boxes?
This is crazy. I'll get to this one later, but these are the holidays that you could be celebrating that you didn't know that existed in the first place.
Right.
And there's one here that's absolutely crazy. And I'll get to that one in a minute. Today is Electronic Greeting Card Day.
Okay.
Okay. It's Giving Tuesday.
Yes, it is actually
Okay.
for nonprofits. Yeah.
Yep. It's International Day of Solidarity with the Palestinian people. That is today. It's National Chocolates Day.
Oh.
Not like a Hershey bar, but like, things you get out of like a Russell Stover box or something. Oh, chocolate.
Like chocolate?
Yum.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's filled with some sort of cream. It's maple cream, I think. It's delicious.
I remember biting them all, trying to find the right one.
It's Throw Out Your Leftovers Day.
Oh, like the turkey that's sitting in my refrigerator.
There's stuff that it's in our fridge. It's probably been there since the Renaissance.
Yeah.
National Square Dance Day.
Oh, fun.
I actually took square dance lessons when I was a kid.
I did too.
Did you really?
I loved
Do-si-do,
I loved it.
It was a blast.
It was fun. It was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It was better than ballet.
You sweat your off.
Mm-hmm. It was much better than ballet.
It's National Lemon Cream Pie Day or Lemon Meringue Pie.
Yes. I like lemon meringue.
So those are the holidays that you should be celebrating that you didn't know that existed in the first place. And then there's one more. And I, honest to God, and I swear over all things that are good, today, you ready, Victoria?
Oh, no.
It's like I'm going to make this up, but it's not.
Is it Victoria Day?
No, it's the customer is wrong day.
No. Oh, that's funny.
The phrase in this, the phrase "customer is always right" is a slogan that was popularized by retailers Marshall Field and Harry Gordon in the early 20th century. Cesar Ritz, a Swiss hotelier whose name, the Ritz.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, they penned, the customer is never wrong.
Right. Today they are wrong.
Huh?
Today they are wrong.
Oh, yes, they are.
It's funny.
I've been wrong many times. I've probably been wrong more times than I've been right when it comes to customer service issues, but not this one with Breeze Line. I'm correct.
Wah.
Called the Wambulance.
Wambulance.
But I just thought that was funny that with all that talk today.
Oh, that's funny.
It's and you go to Check I Day or Check a Day, CHECKIDAY.com. And that's the site that shows all of the holidays.
That's cool.
So you can go and see. I'm not fooling. That's an actual, and I didn't even look it up. Come on now. Come on. That would be really, really weird with a personal situation that I'm having with the cable company, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's customer is wrong day.
Totally directed at you.
It's Tipping Tuesday. I think it's Tipping Timmy Tuesday. That's what I think it should be, Tim.
Cow tipping. Go cow tipping.
Court says Victoria is spot on in regards to tips. Make sure it goes to the one who deserves it. There are places that I have frequented, and I know there's one that's local, that when you tip them, they literally will take. I have tried to give it to that person, and then the boss takes it and puts it in a bucket, and then they all split it. Like,
yep.
So, anyway, you're wheezing. You realize that?
I am.
Yeah, you're like whistling over there.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, so what have we discovered today? That Verizon service sucks now. And but the customer is not always right.
Yeah.
But we want to be heard.
But we should be nicer customers.
We should be, but we also want to be heard, and it's, we should be heard. It doesn't mean we're going to always, not always going to get what we want, but fair is fair.
Are you done? Doodle's like, I heard somebody say done or go.
That's all right. It's all right, Doodle. You're out of here. Don't worry about it. All right. So, all right. Tomorrow, Paul Ash will be back once again for.
Maybe he'll bring one of his kitties.
No, he'll bring nobody.
Do you know? I saw Kitty Harbor. Isn't that the one? His wife.
Mm-hmm. She's the director of it.
They had 2 tripod kitties that just got homes or looking for homes. Yes. I want a tripod kitty.
Do you really?
That'd be cool.
Uh-oh. Here comes my ride.
Daddy. Here comes Daddy.
Uh-oh. That's the power of being on Main Street. You hear everything.
Oh. He's over at the window.
Clark Lane, Daryl says. This is why I don't post. Yeah, I know. This is why he's got a bow tie on. I didn't see he had a bow tie.
I told you he had his bow tie.
Well, you told me about the bow ties. I didn't actually see he had one on.
Of course he does.
Oh, that was cute. Where is Clark Lane in Jewett City? I don't even know.
It's down that way.
Yeah, well. But this is why I don't post news on, actual, as it's breaking, because you know what? Everybody's all over it. So it's like, you guys have it. I don't go and grizzle down.
You get butt hurt easily.
Oh, I'm not butt hurt at all. I'm not at all. Okay, honestly, that has taken such a big stressor off of me. No, God's honest truth. It really has. Because you try to do, well, what you thought was the right thing, right? And you try to do something that was of value to the public, but found out really the public just wanted to report everything themselves. So, when it comes to stuff that's going on downtown or whatever, or having people in here and talking about certain issues, that's something that they're not doing or can't do really. But when it comes to something going on in town, like instantly, everybody wants that 5 minutes of fame on Grizzled now, and they do, and they just want to post it. And then it'll be like 7 or 8 people will post the same thing because they didn't read that somebody else already posted it.
Yeah.
So, what apartments? Oh, God. Anyway, well, we hope everybody's okay. We don't want anybody to get hurt, especially this time of year. Well, any time of year, but it's Christmas. So, all right, kid. Thanks for being Rocky.
Good seeing you.
It's nice to meet him.
Yeah.
All right, Paul will be here tomorrow, and well, probably me too. You guys, thank you very much for joining us today, and we'll hopefully see you once again tomorrow, right here on SNSN.
You buy better. So much better. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better. You buy better. You buy better.
Summer is winding down, which means it's the perfect time to fall into your annual maintenance routine. Get those car tires checked, safely secure the grills and gas tanks, button up the beach house, and winterize the boats.